If I could live forever, would I want to? Absolutely not. Is this even like a conversation people are having? What? Okay, what makes you think that living forever means happiness for eternity? No, no, that's not what that means. I bet you after living your full normal, like, think of it as like, okay, would I be like a vampire essentially? Well, a vampire, I don't really know the extent of immortality with a vampire, but if I could live forever, right? That shit would be irritating as hell, and I'll tell you why, right? If you live your full, what is the average now? Let's say 80 to 100 years, and then you're still like looking like you're 30. Hell nah. Get me the hell off this planet. I've had enough time here. I've had enough drama in my life. I need to go. No, but at the exact same time, it's like the curiosity of living forever, you know? Because the question, what was the question? If you could live forever, would you want to? Maybe. Like, not really. If, say, for example, if you live your 80 year, you're already living past the people around you. Why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? It's like once the expiration date of your loved ones or your friends come and pass, and you're sat there like a lemon by yourself looking like you're 20, 30, 15, whatever age you are now. Why would you want to do that? Why would I guess out of curiosity people would be like, okay, yeah, voice crack. Out of curiosity people would be like, yeah, I want to live forever. I want to see who the 100th president is. I want to see the iPhone 100. I want to see when the movie theaters go upside down. I want to see when cars can start flying. No. Well, personally, I wouldn't really want to. I could see why people would say that just because it's just curiosity, but if you spend too much time, like for example, what if you do some stupid shit one day and then you have to go to jail? You spend 80 years, well, let's just not think like that, dude. Let's say you go, I don't know, 60 years. If you did something horrendous, right? You go for 60 years. That's 60 years behind bars, buddy. 60 years behind bars. And then you have like another 1,000 years ahead of you. What am I even saying? Okay, like I can understand why people would be like, okay, yeah, I want to live forever. But at the same time, I feel like the cons kind of outweigh the pros, you know? I don't know. I feel like after a certain point you get tired. After a certain point you get kind of tired and you're like, maybe I should have been mortal so I can dip, you know? Cuz I feel like yeah, you can create so many more memories, but like after 100 years, you won't remember what you did when you're 50 and you're currently like 1,000 years old, right? So like I feel like, say for example, if you're like 50 and then you I don't know, you go to You go to Thailand. You spend a week in Thailand. Then you come back, whatever. And that's at year 50. What if you get to year 1000? Imagine how many vacations you would have had to gone through and kept as memory. Hold up, stay with me now. Memories wouldn't be so much of a memory anymore. They would be more like passing time. Am I right or am I wrong? Hold on. I just thought of that. Whoa. Imagine like if you were to just live for forever and then you start making memories. Imagine what those memories would feel like at year 1500. Nah. Those memories would feel like you're passing time on the couch. It'd feel like you're just watching TV. Ooh! And since you're living forever, you could watch TV forever. I might be showing how brain dead I actually am, but you know what I mean. Whoa, what the hell? I missed a spot. Look at that shit. Ooh! Oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm doing this all uncut and raw. Raw. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you live forever? Or would you just say, nah, give me an expiration date in like 40 years from now, or for however old you are, like a normal person? Would you take the expiration date, or would you say, fuck it, I can live forever? And then low key, if you could live forever, you have an endless opportunities to become a billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire, quintillionaire, you know? Just imagine if you could live forever. Well, now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, if I could live forever, I could do so much more shit. But I feel like there's so many more downsides than upsides because it just like your happiness you wouldn't be so happy anymore. And then like now that I think about it, think that about it, you could you wouldn't have emotion anymore if you could live forever. No, why is my camera keep tweaking like that? Okay, I think we're good. Am I recording still? Yeah. Okay. Camera. But if I could live forever, damn, it'd be sick and also depressing because there's nothing that could kill you. No. In GTA, YouTube, in GTA. There's nothing that could realistically take you out. So does that mean I'm like I could become like the next Superman? Well, does Superman ever die in GTA? Does Superman ever I don't know. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like having an expiration date gives your life more meaning. You know what I'm saying? It gives your life more. It gives you, I guess you could say it gives you value. Because if you live forever, okay, it's kind of like this. Take it as like this analogy, right? If your favorite streamer just continuously, endlessly streams, there's going to be more content and you wouldn't really watch all the way through because it's like an endless cycle of content from them and eventually it gets boring. I think that's how that, yeah. I need to make this make sense coming out, you know? But yeah, it's like if they stream continuously, it gets boring, and then you don't really want to watch them because it's always the same sort of stuff and all sorts of stuff. But if you have a streamer on the other hand, and they stream for 3 hours every day, you're more inclined to watch the shorter stream because it's short and sweet. I think that's the good analogy. I don't know. I don't know. But you know what I'm trying to say here. I think having an expiration date is good. Has its pros and cons. The only thing is if you if if you do have an expiration date, then life is short and you don't really get to do a whole lot of stuff like us normal people. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm done ranting. Fuck this shit.